The British are famous for being really polite. So if you want to sound more British, watch this video and you too can learn to make polite requests English style, smoothly and fluently and naturally, just like a perfect English native speaker. So are you ready to improve your English better and faster than you ever thought possible? Good, let's go. Welcome to my channel where you will learn English better, and welcome aboard Palm Tree Teaching English Academy. I'm Deirdre Nicholas, and for over 20 years I've helped thousands of English learners all over the world improve their English, and now it's your turn. For the very best English language lessons and a new way of learning English that really works, subscribe to my channel, click on the red button and the bell so you don't miss any of my twice weekly lessons. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to use perfect native speaker English to make polite requests in any real-life context in your life as well. So in a cafe, in a shop, in a restaurant, or at work, or even in a study context. And you'll have more confidence in your English as well. This Palm Tree Teaching English Academy method improves your English really quickly and is easy to do, and will impress your native speaker friends as well. I'm going to teach you a few phrases that will really improve your English. Remember, the more polite you sound, the more British you will sound. Being able to use real functional English is a great way to improve your language. So let's get started.
Hello.
Hello.
What can I get for you?
Could I have a coffee, please?
Yes, of course.
Can I have it black, please?
Absolutely, no
Thank
problem.
you. So let's look at the language I've just used here. I used two ways of asking politely for something. I used can and could. These are both modal verbs, which means they're helping verbs, which helps the main verb, which in this case was have. So could is the helping verb, could I have is the main verb. I could also have said, I'll have, please. These modal verbs, can and could, are used with another main verb in its base form when asking permission or even offers. And could is more polite than can. You must make sure that if you use can, you always add please in that sentence. So let's see what other ways we can see of requesting things. Would you mind if I had a glass of water, please?
Of course.
Oh, and can you bring me a spoon?
Sure.
Thank you. Now here I've used a very polite term. I used would, and would you mind is a high level of politeness. Did you also notice that I used can with you? So you can use can and could with either I or you. So can I, can you, could I, could you. Is it possible to have a cake, please?
Of course.
Oh, and is there any chance to warm it up, please?
Of course, no problem.
Thank you. So now we're using another way of requesting something, using is it possible or is there any chance? Now if you use is it possible, then you're not sure whether something is likely to happen or not. If you use is there any chance, did you hear the uncertainty in my voice? So it's very unlikely to happen. Oh, I'd like the bill, please.
Sure.
Thank you. Now here I used I'd like, which is obviously short for I would like, which is a very polite way of saying that you want something. This is a good point to remember because many non-native speakers of English don't realise that I want sounds very aggressive and almost rude, and you may not get very good service. Now the important thing when you're learning about polite requests is that you remember these things and you learn them in chunks, in phrases. Now I mentioned this actually in my 5th secret to learning English like a native speaker, and I've put the card above so that you can refer to that. Very important way of learning English. So let's practice some sentences. Would you mind giving me a napkin, please? Could I have a coffee, please? Could you bring me the menu, please? Can I have the bill, please? Can you bring me a glass of water, please? Is it possible to pay with a credit card, please? I'd like a cake, please. Is there any chance that I can sit at that table, please? I'll have extra milk in my coffee, please. Note that as a polite British person, I put the word please at the end of all my requests. What I recommend is that you learn the stem of the phrase as your phrasal chunk. So, could I have, can I have, would you mind, and so on. Now I put all these phrases so that you can practice them underneath the video, and you can always add your own ends to the sentences as well if you like. It's quite a fun thing to do, and if you're a teacher you can do that with your class. I hope you've really enjoyed this video. If you have, I would love to hear from you in the comments below this video. And don't forget, I post 2 video lessons every week, so subscribe so you don't miss any of my lessons, because they're really important for pronunciation and for learning and speaking English like a native speaker. So I hope you enjoy your English. See you soon. Bye.